Hi guys, this is Maggie from Digital Nomad, and in this episode, I will talk to you about two elements that I will merge in this episode. This is going to be final episode of our series, and I will talk to you about bank account and why you should always have a bit of cash stashed aside in your house or whenever you feel it will be appropriate. And I will tell you why exactly, especially when you live abroad and you still have got international bank account, international card, because you never know. So how did I come to this conclusion? Well, first of all, I will tell you a situation with the bank account. I still have got English bank account because I used to live in England for 12 years, and I had a bank account, and when I moved to Thailand, I didn't close this bank account because it was my active bank account. I thought it would be easy for me to open a new account in Thailand. Unfortunately, with me being self-employed, I did not have a working visa and did not have a long-term visa. So these were the basic conditions in order to open a bank account. I think wherever you go. So I wasn't able to open the bank account. So I am still taking money out of my international account, of my English account, which obviously comes at a cost because of the international fees on every transaction. I try to take the cash in bulk, so it lasts about 2 weeks, and I try to limit my payments with the card. I only do it in extreme situations or in emergencies, but it doesn't happen more often than 4 times a month. So these are these relatively small fees, about maybe up to 10 British pounds per month on top of other expenses that go toward the bank fees, which is still manageable, which is still not too bad, and but obviously it is not ideal. In Asia, and I think everywhere where you are abroad, depending on your account, but I've got basic account with a debit card. I have to pay if every time I use the card, so I have to pay the fee to the cash machine, which is taken from my card, and obviously the bank fee. So I pay the fee twice basically, and I think the fee in Thailand was more because I think it was 200 baht, so it was four four British pounds per transaction, which is ridiculously high. And here in Malaysia, I don't remember what is the fee. It's definitely smaller. No, I'm not sure. No, I don't think there is a fee for taking the cash from the account. I don't think there is a fee. I don't think so anyway. I don't remember. And but as I said, that I'm taking the cash out twice a month, maybe 3 times a month if I have to pay cash by rent because I'm still paying for rent. I don't do the international transfer because obviously the international transfer from my British account costs £20, 20 British pounds to make international transfer between international bank accounts. So that definitely doesn't make sense. So I pay cash to my landlady. She comes and collects it every month, and everything would be great if my bank wasn't that particular about the security. I think they're a little bit over the top because about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I had a situation that I was in Thailand and my cash ran out. So I went to the cash machine and basically my card was declined, and that was my only card to my only bank account. That was my mistake. I had only one bank account and only one card to this bank account. So basically, I was stranded with no cash on me on the other side of the world, and I felt absolutely stuck. That was absolutely depressing, and and I had to phone the bank. Obviously, they were less than helpful. They didn't want to deal with me over the phone while my card was blocked. And why was it blocked? It is because I did not actually update my address with them while living in Thailand, and they decided that after 6 months, those repeated purchases in Thailand, or those repeated transactions in Thailand, while the address registered being still in England, are a little bit suspicious. So based on that, they thought it's security measure, and they blocked my card without checking first with me. Um, so I was stranded, and the most tricky thing was that I was calling them. They didn't want to update any details. They didn't want to update my address or send me a new card because I didn't have a valid card with me, and I didn't have the valid card because they blocked my card. So basically, there was like a crazy circle going on in there. So I had to book a last minute flight to England and sort it out, and that was costly, but it was a lesson for me, because then I went to Poland and I opened a bank account in Poland. Or my dad helped me, because obviously I haven't got the address in Poland or address in England, or proof of address. It's just, yeah, that's the beauty of being digital nomad. So welcome to the digital nomad world. The having this kind of things that you when you take for granted when you have a regular job, you take for granted having a regular address. When you are a digital nomad, you cannot take them for granted. So yeah, so you will discover these kind of beauties of other side of being digital nomad, which it's a small price to pay, in my opinion, for the freedom that you are achieving in the process. But when it comes to bank accounts, I definitely do recommend having at least two bank accounts in your country, if you can, in the country of your residence, where you are staying. If you can do that, if you can work part time and get a work permit, or find out what kind of visas do you need. Maybe you just need like annual visa. If you get an annual visa and open bank account, if you have got this opportunity, definitely do so, because it will save you a lot of stress. In case something happens before you go abroad, obviously update your address details with your bank. Tell them that you're going abroad. You can still do it while living abroad. You just have to send them the official letter, written letter from you, and you can still do it if you haven't managed to do it before leaving. So you can still do it while living abroad, but don't wait until something happens, like I usually do. Um, and another thing, the cash. So because of this situation that I just told you about being stranded with no cash, that taught me another lesson, that I always try to have a bit of cash on me in case of some trouble. So I always try to have at least 2 weeks spending cash on me. That hence I go to the cash machine twice a month, every 2 weeks, to take cash out for the daily expenses, um, to to cover any emergency expenses if I needed cash and suddenly my card was blocked. It happened again that for some reason I completely forgot my PIN number from my UK card, and put PIN number 3 times incorrectly, and obviously they blocked my card because of the another security measure. So I had to phone them, for them to issue new card and send it to me to Malaysia. So it took about 2 or 3 weeks. Luckily, I had a new card at that point, so that wasn't so stressful. But it shows that you have to be prepared for this kind of opportunity as well. You know, this kind of opportunities can happen everywhere. It can happen in your own country, but it's definitely more stressful and more scary when you are abroad, and you know this is the only way to get any cash. It is a good idea if, for example, if you agreed with your parents or with your partner or with your friends that maybe they can transfer your money. Obviously, your parents, not your friends. No, you don't want to borrow money from your friends. But if your parents want to borrow you the money or transfer the money from your other account, that would be great because that's what really saved me back in February in this situation. And uh, and and also think about any situation that could go wrong. This is something that I really made a lot of mistakes. I didn't have a proper risk assessment of the situation. I just thought, I will go fly, um, go as it is, deal with the problems as they come, and normally everything is solved somehow. Everything is solved, but obviously it is a lot more costlier, a lot more costly way of doing things, instead of sorting them beforehand. So I hope you like this video. I hope you like this series. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope you have more ideas how to begin your journey towards freedom, towards working as a digital nomad. Feel free to email me with any questions. I'll put email address in the description of this video. You can contact me anytime if you have any more questions. And thank you so much for this time spent with me. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.